with Lisa and Johnny. We are coming to you live and streaming everywhere. The Noon Show airs Monday through Friday from noon until 1 o'clock Central Time. Each day, we bring you engaging conversations, fresh perspectives, and stories that connect us all. Johnny and I would like to invite you to join us along with today's show guest, Dr. Adam Hauser. He is an associate professor in the Department of Physics and Astronomy at the University of Alabama. Roll Tide. He is also the executive director of the ACCEPT program, which works with Precision Time. And this is all under the umbrella of the fabulous Fairfield College of Arts and Sciences. Again, Roll Tide.
Yes, Roll Tide.
So for today's conversation, pull up a chair, sit back, and relax. And now, without further ado, here's Johnny.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. And do we ever have a timely conversation for you today?
Pardon me as I keep in time by doing a little tap dance. Right?
This is going to be exciting.
By the way, we're live on Facebook.
We have been looking forward to meeting
Also,
Dr. Hauser for some time. And,
yes.
Just absolutely delighted he agreed to come visit us, and we worked out the schedule.
Oh.
So this is going to be exciting. We're going to get to the conversation as soon as we can. And because this is a fascinating subject, and you're going to enjoy yourself. So thank you for joining us right here on FM 100.1. And if you're streaming us anywhere, and we do stream everywhere these days, because if you go to thenoonshow.com,
Yeah.
hit that listen now button, you can be like everybody else across the country and literally around the world.
That's right.
It's just crazy exciting when we.
It's fun.
But shout out to our friends in Germany, England, Ireland, Dominican Republic.
Yeah, shout out to
Canada.
Lisa Vanilla in the Dominican. She is interacting with our social media
That's right.
last week. Yeah.
That's right. And we've got folks from New Mexico to Connecticut to Tennessee to Montana. I
That's
mean,
right.
It's just really wild and crazy. And we appreciate every one of you. Thank you for being part of the Noon Show family, and you're helping us grow and helping us get the word out and telling the stories that we think are really, really interesting, inspiring, and hopefully just a lot of fun.
Well, yeah.
And we're having fun this week. It's a busy week around our community, and lots of things going on. Let me talk about one cultural aspect that's coming up on Saturday, Miss Sunshine.
Okay, what's that?
That's the Great American Chili Cook-Off.
Oh, heck yeah. It's on Valentine's Day,
It's
too.
Valentine's Day over at the Bryant Conference Center. The Exchange Club puts this on every year. It is a fabulous, fun event. Starts at 10:30 at the Bryant Center, goes to about 2:30. 40 different chili makers
Isn't that incredible?
are going to be in the center. And when you walk in, that aroma will just absolutely capture you.
What was it Cousin Russell said yesterday? What's not to like about that being on Valentine's Day,
That's right.
or just screams Valentine's
I mean,
Day, something like that?
You're looking for the perfect
Shout out, by the
Valentine
way.
gift. Take your favorite person to
Yeah.
the chili cook-off.
Heck yeah. Why
It's
not?
only $10.
Yeah,
A
right.
cheap date.
That's at the Bryant Conference Center,
It's
right?
Bryant Conference Center, cheap date, just $10 at the door, and
That works for
goes
me.
to the Exchange Club, who then turns around and does their charitable work.
Oh,
with
yeah.
that. So, but before we get there, we've got a couple of big events coming up at one of them's at the Bama Theater on Friday.
That's
night.
right.
And that's a genuine Elvis concert.
Ooh.
You got your tickets?
I believe I do.
Okay. Well, our good friend Edie Han has kind of been the ringleader of this group. Of course, Edie is a good friend around here at Town Square Media. She is a second cousin.
Second cousin to Elvis, yeah.
And knew him. And so she has brought together a group. Stephen DC right down the hall at the morning show, going to be co-hosting it. And they've got Ronnie McDowell, who's a country music legend himself.
Yeah.
Going to be performing along with Billy Blackwood of the Blackwood Brothers, who sang with Elvis for many, many years. And it's going to be a fun event. Elvis stories right from someone who knew him personally, and a lot of Elvis music. And it's going to be a party.
We got a book to give away sometime today,
We
Johnny
do have
Rocket.
a book to give away, but folks, get your tickets, because they're going to go fast. I mean, it's going to expect a packed house.
Well, gosh, how do you get your tickets, Johnny Rocket? I think you got to go on, let's see, was it BamaTheater.org?
BamaTheater.org
Yeah.
or Tusk Arts
Yeah, that's
also
right. That's
work.
right. I was looking
And,
through my notes, but yeah, I get it.
You can actually buy them at the door too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I believe that is correct. But I've got another event to talk about, Dr. Hauser. Are you familiar with the Allele series on campus? Fabulous.
Yeah.
We had Dr. Richard Richards, shout out, in the studio a couple days ago. He said he was one of the people who found out. I'm over here. Are you familiar? Well, I was one of the people that helped start it. So there's that.
1999.
Yes, isn't that incredible? So don't shout it out. Don't shout it out because I want to say the title of the talk, okay? Because that's going to be on Thursday, and I want you tell me, Dr. Hauser, what time should I expect to get there if I want to sit in the front row and it starts at 7:30?
Well, if you really want to get a spot, it's probably going to be about 6:37.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Oh, my goodness.
Don't be late.
I better get ready because here's the thing. This is on campus at the University of Alabama, okay? You're going to want to go to North Lawn Hall, room 2008. No ticket required. Again, that's tomorrow.
It is.
7:30, but if you want a good seating, you might want to get there. What did you say, like 6:30?
About 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock would be reasonable?
If you want to make sure you have the front row.
I got you. So UA is bringing in from Washington State University, Dr. Nicole Hess, and she has a talk prepared for us. So here's the title. Buckle up, everybody. Gossip as a strategy to compete for resources. I'm going to get in there and learn some stuff. I love it. I think it's going to be fat. Are you going, Adam?
If I can. It depends on the kids.
I love it. I keep trying to make a pack for other people if they're going to go. Whoever gets there first, save a seat in the front row.
Isn't that a magnetic title? How
yeah.
can you not show up? It's just.
I agree.
It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful conversation.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And we've got some other things going on too.
Yeah. So Adam, when Johnny was in high school, he was in his high school protection of arsenic and old lace. But Theater Tuscaloosa's got their own production coming up. The run of the presentation is February 20th through March 1st at the Bean Brown Theater. Mm-hmm. Arsenic and Old Lace. And so if you'd like your tickets, just call 205-391-2277 or go to theatertusk.com. That's TheatreTusc.com. Now, there's something else we're going to tonight.
It's a classic production, by the way. This is one of the most popular of all time, and I guess everybody was in it in their high school days. I guess it's hilarious, folks. You got to get.
I missed that one somehow, but I'm going to be watching.
It's absolutely it's going to split your side. Your little
just go to theatertusk.com.
Absolutely.
So we're going to a presentation from the University of Alabama.
We are the Bearfield
Theater
College
and Dance
of Arts
Department.
and Sciences. Theater and Dance are doing a cabaret tonight and tomorrow night at the University Club, and it looks really, really cool.
I'm excited.
Tonight is the dinner cabaret. It starts at 6 o'clock. Tomorrow night, it's a cocktail party type cabaret. No dinner tomorrow night. It starts at 7:30, and there are tickets available for tomorrow night. And you can go to it's a really interesting website called let me see
Purple Pass.
Purplepass.com. Purplepass.com /UA Theater Dance. And really good cause. A lot of the university's theater and dance students are involved. It's going to be a lovely evening, and it's at the University Club.
So there's
really limited seating. So if you want to go tomorrow, and I think tonight it's already sold out, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
But tomorrow night, I think you can probably find a way to get your tickets. So check it out, folks. So often UA Theater and Dance, folks in the community may not know just how fabulous their programs are. And so you want to check out something going to be cool. Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah. Evening at the Waldorf.
Oh, they know how to do it right there.
Yeah. Department and the Waldorf, there's a story involved about at the Waldorf in 1961. There was a presentation and a show included Bear Bryant, Bob Hope, and some other folks. Mm-hmm. And so there is a university connection.
Okay, I have a request. Can we go ahead and draw the name for the winner of the autographed copy of the genuine Elvis? Absolutely. And then I'd like to say just a few words before we go to break about our guest, if that's okay. So go ahead and
hold it up so I can't.
Oh, yeah, don't look, Johnny.
Make it
fair.
Let's see. I've got one. Okay. Marilyn Sledge.
Woo, congratulations.
Marilyn
Look,
Sledge is the winner
I'm going to keep
of
hold of this
our
so I won't.
autograph copy of the, and by the way,
Yeah, the
this is a
genuine,
cool
the
little
genuine,
book.
yeah, because this has got personal photos from Edie
Photos
Hammond.
that
And she's
never been
second,
seen.
right.
And these photos have never been seen. These are actually personal photos from Edie Hand, and great little book, great little stories in there. So Marilyn Sledge,
Congratulations.
we'll get in touch with you on how to
yeah,
get your.
we're going to figure out how to get
book.
that to you.
Yeah, we'll get that to you.
All right, fabulous. So I would like to just do a little introduction here before we get started. Actually, it's more than little, but anyway. So Dr. Adam Hauser is an associate professor in the Department of Physics and Astronomy at UA, and he serves as executive director of the ACCEPT program that stands for Alabama Collaborative for Contemporary Education in Precision Timing. He is also a senior fellow in the UA Office of Research and Economic Development, focused on research in national security, defense, and space exploration. This is an NSF, or National Science Foundation, research traineeship focused on preparing MS. Should I jump onto the microphone? Okay.
It's working.
Is it? We're good? Okay. All right. Anyway, so lost my place. The program emphasizes real-world preparation through professional development and engagement with industry and government partners. So, alongside this leadership role, Dr. Hauser's research at UA includes advanced electronic and magnetic materials connecting fundamental science to practical technologies that support communications, navigation, and other timing critical systems. ACCEPT is the only precision timing workforce development program in the country, training undergraduate and graduate students in everything from building the clocks to disseminating the signals and then using the technologies to power applications. Nearly our entire economy directly depends on precision timing. That would include, but not limited to, transportation, telecommunications, energy, and finance, to say nothing of national and security and defense. Until recently, there was no training program in the U.S. dedicated to training young talent in the timekeeping technologies that underpin our society. UA's timekeeping team was developed in response to the urgent national security concern. In response, the University of Alabama has created the first MS and PhD concentrations in precision timing, incorporating courses in physics, engineering, and mathematics, developed through direct conversation with corporate and government partners. Students learn timekeeping, but also skills in communication, teamwork, and ethics identified as critical for work in government and sensitive industry sectors. UA boasts an ensemble of atomic clocks on campus that exceeds the capability of the vast majority of nations. The UA time basis stability is nearly 10 to 16 per day, equivalent to roughly 1 second of inaccuracy every 50 million years. The University of Alabama now runs on the atomic time scale and is accurate to about 100 nanoseconds. Denny Chimes Roll Tide is now the most accurate clock tower in the country. Now, anyone around the world can synchronize their computer's time to the atomic clocks that keep time for Denny Chimes by pointing their settings to rolltime.ua.edu. UA is also partnering with Shelton State to build out a program to train technicians and also to create a bridge from the associate degree at Shelton to bachelor's degrees at UA. We're going to get so much information on this critical subject matter right after we come back from the break. You've been listening to the Noon Show on FM 100.1. Don't go away. We will be right back. That's a lot of talking.
That's a lot.
I kind of thought, should I cut it down a little bit? But because that's the like, do people just Russell heard it. I think it's, it's mind blowing to me because this is something I've never personally given any thought to until Dr. Coe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks to Dr. Coe.
Okay, we're gonna switch.
I think it's fascinating.
Switch to this one. I'm gonna switch to that mic.
Is it, am I not coming
You're
through?
coming through, but there's.
But your voice is.
We'll switch to that mic.
Should we switch headphones?
Let's do that.
I hope I can reach all my drinks over there.
Yeah, oh, you got two.
Can I grab my notes, Johnny Rocket? I'm sorry. Uh-oh. I got my little
Oh,
those are my commercial segues that I didn't even use. Well, Dr. Hauser. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll get out of your way. Okay, we're good. People get tired of hearing me talk. I'm afraid. Let's see. What should we start off with when I get finished talking, though? Because I would like to lay the groundwork here. I mean, I forgot that, but
I mean, my answer to that is what does, a shorter list is what doesn't. So that's a hard one to answer right there.
you want me to skip that one?
We might just skip that one. Yeah, that would be
Okay.
some fun, or,
Let me grab it.
I mean, I guess there's something that would be able to talk about the scales here, right? If you're off by nanosecond, you're off by a foot. Like, if you're off by microsecond.
If you want to look at this for a second,
Yeah.
you'll come back with a commercial and you mark which one you want to start with. In fact, maybe now I've got all these marks. Here's a highlighter.
It's a $99 grand opening at the all-new Tuscaloosa Mazda. Every vehicle, just $99
Which one?
down. $99.
Oh, I can't hear you.
New 2026 Mazda CX-5, CX-30, CX-50, and more. Plus acres of certified pre-owned Mazdas. They're all just $99 down at the all-new Tuscaloosa Mazda. Plus, we dropped prices on everything. Need credit? We have local banks and credit unions ready to lend. Come see our brand new state-of-the-art Mazda dealership and save like never before. We have 4 new models under 30 grand. Thousands, yes, thousands off MSRP. It's a 9.
Axel,
Yeah.
were you picking up her okay? Could you tell?
Yeah.
I mean,
Could you hear
Could
me?
you hear her okay?
Okay. I can check again this next time.
Just double check.
Yeah.
Your voice is deeper. You can probably hear. Your voice has more projection, I feel like.
It's a 9.
Maybe.
Well, I did push the button that John told me to push.
Where is the button?
It's down here. So
Shoot,
this just this line.
I need to figure it out.
Just this mic. I mean, you could be heard. I thought there was a little hollow sound to it. You could be heard. That wasn't the issue. It's just a little hollow sound. And I'm trying to make sure
Yeah, I
that.
hate that. That was an awful lot of talking that I heard.
No, you heard.
I'm sorry.
No, you were heard. Yeah, because John just told me. He's listening.
Shout out to Dr. Coe. We got to give him a shout out. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh.
$99 pre-owned event.
So exciting.
Just $99 down. $99 now at Mercedes-Benz of Tuscaloosa. Mercedes-of-Tuscaloosa.com. Mercedes-of-Tuscaloosa.com.
Okay. Pretty sure my phone is on silent.
You're listening to the Noon Show with Lisa Jones and Johnny Aycock on Catfish 100.1 or online on the Catfish Tuscaloosa app. You can call us live at 205-723-0731 or message us now on the Catfish Tuscaloosa app. Here's Lisa and
You want to start
Johnny.
there?
Welcome back to the Noon Show right here on FM 100.1. Thank you for joining us today. And we've got a fascinating conversation going on and getting ready to talk about time, which we all seem to believe is passing awfully quickly.
That's true.
But we're gonna find out for sure a little bit more about how time really does work and affect our lives every single second. And
That's
so
right.
this is going to be fun. Adam Hauser's in the house, and we're looking forward to this conversation. So before we get to Adam, let's remind you that our sponsor is the Bryant Bank, community-based, founded here 20 years ago, family-owned, family-oriented, community-based, and so civically involved. We love Bryant Bank, and you will too if you're a customer. And you know what?
Yeah.
If you want to be a customer, just go see our friends at Bryant Bank and find out what the Bryant difference is all about. And you could stop in at one of their great locations. Main office is on McFarland Boulevard North with great accessible branches in Northport, up around North River, and in beautiful downtown T-Town. And go in and meet them today, and you'll be just absolutely amazed at how friendly they are, how welcoming they will be to you, and how they can help meet your needs. So go see our friends at Bryant Bank, and remember, they're an equal housing lender and a member of FDIC.
FDIC.
Go see our friends at Bryant Bank today. Miss
Much, Johnny Rock. Just before we get to give a little bit of an explanation of what is an atomic clock. And thank you, Dr. Hauser, for reviewing my notes. So before we jump in, I've got the thumbs up. You should say before we jump in. Let me just set the table real quick, because when we say atomic clock, we're not talking about something with years or ticking hands. An atomic clock doesn't keep time by counting seconds the way a watch does. It keeps time by listening to the natural vibration of atoms. That's ATOMS, right? And it's usually cesium, CESIUM, cesium atoms. That's an element table of vibrate. Okay, these atoms vibrate at an incredibly precise and unchanging rate. Who knew, right? Except for you, Dr. Hauser, right? Think of it like this. If a regular clock is a drummer trying to keep a beat, an atomic clock is listening to a metronome built into the laws of physics themselves. Atoms never get tired, never speed up, never slow down. That's why atomic clocks are so accurate. They would only be off by about 1 second in tens of millions of years, perhaps maybe 50 million years, right? And here's why it matters to you. Your GPO, financial transactions, power grids, and even national security systems all rely on atomic clocks to stay perfectly in sync. If time drifts, even by a tiny amount, systems start to fail. So when we say the University of Alabama runs on atomic time, we're talking about the most precise built, and it's happening right here in Tuscaloosa. Atomic clocks measure the extreme consistent behavior of atoms. That reliability is what makes them better timekeepers than anything humans could ever build with moving parts. I am so pleased and big picture. So most people never think about time beyond what's on their phone or watch, but time's more than just time there, right? Isn't it? Could you explain that a little bit? Explain the whole concept.
So we take a moment back here and consider our GPS systems. You know, we rely on them on our phone.
Correct.
And they work off things. Now, all of that is coming from, electromagnetic radiation from space, right? Light signals traveling at the speed of light.
Okay.
So in 1 nanosecond, light travels about 1 foot. So if you are off, when your phone takes in data signals from the satellites, what they are doing is you're getting an accurate timestamp from each of these synchronized clocks in space, telling you where it is, what time it was when it happened. And it has to be down to the nanosecond in order to be accurate to the foot. Because when they triangulate, or rather trilaterate, the position of your phone to tell you where you are, every nanosecond off is a foot. So you can't just work with a system that is accurate to a microsecond, like a crystal oscillator or something. You'll be off by a kilometer. You'll be off by, half a mile.
My gosh, the things I take for granted.
Yeah, so this is happening every second of every day on every clock, every phone. And we have to keep the GPS system synchronized across space, across the world, to within 1 to 2 nanoseconds, just to give you what we get now when there's.
And I expect it to work. It's in 75 feet or 50 feet, right?
This is actually one of the things when we talk about, what is the government for us. Every moment, those GPS satellites are being held up there as a public service within 1-2 nanoseconds for you.
Tell me again how fast it travels, the signals?
Well, the signals have to travel at 3 times 10 to the 8 meters per second.
Okay.
Right? So, effectively every nanosecond it travels 1 foot. So if you're off by
nanosecond.
Nanosecond.
A nanosecond.
yes,
And
a
what is a
nanosecond.
nanosecond?
A nanosecond is 10 to the minus 9.
Of
So
a
that's
second.
that's a 1 a decimal place, 8 zeros and a 1 seconds.
Of a second. Oh my gosh, a tiny, tiny, tiny infinitesimal fraction of a second.
Right. So we have to be this accurate and this precise to keep things going. And it's not just our GPS graded. That sounds nice, but it gives you an idea of what's going on. The packets that people are hearing my voice over right now, the way the data is transmitted through the networks is each one of those is broken up into a bunch of packets that fly out in many different channels, and they have to be recreated. Otherwise, your phone call gets dropped or you get lag on the system. They all have to be put back together in order in very quick succession. So if you aren't time stamping each of these data packets and getting them back in the right order, your calls drop, you lose signal, they don't hear your lovely voice after a little while. There's breaks in the action. And if you've noticed over the last few decades, it's gotten better, right? Less drop calls. That's the accuracy and that's the reliability of a great number of utilities companies making sure that all these data packets come in right every single time. Millions of data packets every second.
That is incredible. So, Dr. Hauser, I would just like to say I love science. I'm not a scientist with STEM or science major, but self-described STEM advocate right now at this time in my life. But we are pretty much up against a break. And the next question I have for you is too big of a question to start off with right now, because we'll have a few seconds left. So what we're going to do, Dr. Hauser and Johnny Rocket, we're going to pause the clock for just a moment. And when we return, we'll dive deeper into how Alabama is leading the nation in precision timing. You've been listening to The Noon Show on FM 100.1. Don't go away. We will be right back.
Check it.
Oh my gosh. Ew! I love it. When I say I love science, I know it sounds strange because I was a business major, but I worked in science my entire life and had the luxury of hearing, the innovators made discoveries and they were excited and learning things. And I have even more of an appreciation for it now because I realize not everyone got that. Not everyone works at the Department of Chemistry or physics or, so it's so cool. And then on top of that, the realization that not a lot of people know what's going on, and it's just a shame. I think it really is a shame. So, did I ever say? I don't think I said. I meant to say shout out to Dr. John. No, I didn't do it. I sure did.
We can get to that when we
We
talk
need to-
about
we need to do
Shelton
that.
State a little bit.
Should we shift immediately to Shelton State? I wanted to talk here.
We could talk about, if we talk about how Accept got started, I could talk about that and then talk about Shelton and then you can jump in. We could shift just to how did Accept get started here.
So,
because I want to mention the
start
fact
there.
because I want to mention the fact that the free world's only Maser factories here in Tuscaloosa. Microchip.
So is that a good way to
Yeah.
start?
Well, I mean, yeah, how did it
Or-
get started?
How did the accept?
Yeah.
Okay.
How did we get
I
started?
love.
I can
You-
start dropping
we-
names and talk about how everybody comes into it. We can get back to,
I really would like to get back to that, but we've got to talk about Dr. Cook for sure. And so we'll do that. How did the accept program get started?
Right. Yeah, because there's a long 9-year history now that only has capped recently with getting it.
Nobody knows about this.
Yeah.
They should.
It all started with a conversation between Patrick LeClaire and Microchip, because the guy who runs the Maser factory in town, his son was in Patrick's class. So
That is cool.
I'll get Patrick in there.
I haven't caught up with Patrick and Christine in such a long time.
You wouldn't. Joe is now.
No, I wouldn't know it. No, it's been a while. It's been over a decade probably since I've.
Joe is a mini Christine.
Oh.
Looks just like Christine. Acts just like Patrick.
I remember when they got married. She was working in the chemistry department at that time.
$99 grand opening at the all-new Tuscaloosa Mazda.
Well, Johnny Rocket, I sound a lot louder in this microphone.
Because it's working.
And that one's not necessarily. Well, let's just share this one then.
Yeah,
It was really.
I did everything that John told me to do. It's being heard, but it's quieter than normal, a little muffled
What?
Same for.
I have a suggestion. Because we're working on getting a shout out to Dr. Coe, which is extremely important. So when we come back from break and you do the commercial, why don't you ask him how did the Accept program get started? That's our first question. Because I've already basically dominated. Well,
I want to know how you got interested in time.
Well, but I want.
I'll tell that story.
But I want.
That's how we got started.
After we talk about that, I've kind of called this one too, if that's okay. But that's a really good question too. But actually, that's a really good question. Like,
It's how I did in grad school.
Oh, you did in grad school.
I did not do it.
That is cool.
It's just fascinating stuff.
The things
I wish I was
we
that
all take for granted, right? Or at least I do.
Welcome back to the Noon Show right here on FM 100.1. Thank you so much for joining us for this very, very timely conversation with Dr. Adam Hauser.
Yeah,
We
roll
have
tide.
been looking forward to this for quite a while.
Heck yeah.
Shout out to our good friend Dr. Jonathan Cole, president
Yes, shout out and thank you.
out at Shelton State. And Jonathan, I think you're listening to us in the car because you're on the way back from Montgomery, I think.
Hey, Jonathan.
But Jonathan, thank you for connecting us. This is fascinating stuff. And we're going to be talking about Shelton's involvement in this next segment too. So before we get to the next segment, let's remind you of our wonderful sponsors. And one of our great sponsors, great friends, our good friend, Ken DeWitt. Ken is part of what's called the EOS system, and he is a fabulous business coach. And he can work with your business, your team, to help you get traction. And what do we mean by that is that get traction on making sure that you're focused on your mission and your goals and that your strategies are being applied properly. Maybe you need to make some adjustments. Maybe you need to clarify your vision. Perhaps you've got some people issues. Nobody has those, of course.
Of course not.
Anyway, Ken DeWitt would love to work with you and help you be more successful, more productive, and therefore more profitable. And guess what? Have fun doing it.
Heck yeah.
He has the ability to do that. And so check out Ken DeWitt by going to eosworldwide.com/Ken-DeWitt. Tell him Lisa and Johnny sent you. He's worked with us some, and you'll be very, very pleased at how more productive you will become and have a good time making more money too. So go see our friend Ken DeWitt. Tell him to get involved with you, and I guarantee it's going to be the best decision you've made. So check out Ken DeWitt, EOS Worldwide. And Dr. Hauser, thank you again for being with us. This is fascinating, and I got a couple of questions actually. The first one, before I want to get to Accept also and how all that came about, was first of all, how did you get inspired and interested in studying time?
I got dragged into it by a friend, like most good things in life.
Well, heck yeah. There you go.
So Accept is the end product of something that kind of proves that you spend 9 years to become an overnight success in something. My graduate work
Very well articulated.
Yeah,
Yes.
my graduate school work was and I still have an active research program in what I was trained in, which is semiconductor and magnetic materials. So I spent a lot of my time teaching, figuring out how to make atoms to behave themselves in order into very nice crystals.
Fabulous.
So making atoms behave is something I've been trying to do for a long time, as did my mother. So I did with Adam. I guess my first name's Adam as well. If you guys are
Fabulous.
if you guys are going to tell corny jokes, I'm going to tell corny jokes.
A friend of mine said, I named my baby Adam, traditional spelling, just so you know. So I've heard that one kind of anyway.
So I got here and I started my experimental and theoretical combo research group in semiconductor physics, right? And then at some point in 2017, I walked into my department chair's office, Patrick Leclerc, and he says,
shout out.
Yeah. And he says, hey, so I have a student in my class and his dad runs the free world's only atomic hydrogen maser factory 4 minutes from my office right here in Tuscaloosa.
Ooh.
And so the only place that these absolute flagship atomic clocks are made anywhere besides Russia is here in Tuscaloosa with microchip technology.
Right here.
Yeah. So they make them here. and Brian Owings, who has been a founding member of this whole motley crew of people with Microchip, came in and spoke with us and got us connected with the U.S. Naval Observatory. And we realized that nobody was building new students in this area. There was a major gap between the fancy new optical and lattice clocks that are, the clocks of tomorrow, and the clocks that were designed 40 years ago. No one had put new electronics into it. No one had looked into enhancing the material properties, this kind of thing. And that there was a lot of room in the middle for building this, because I think Brian Owings' quote was the graying of our field, where there was nobody left that wasn't retirement age. And it was absolutely terrifying to people like the Naval Observatory, the Defense Department, NIST, because they didn't have anybody to take over these absolutely critical technologies. And it rose to the level that, we're working on educational partnership agreements. We're working under one with USNO and the Army Research Lab now. We're about to have one with them, because this rises to a national security concern. We can't run our defense without it.
I was wondering about that. Thank you for addressing that. So what kind of risk are we talking about when you're talking about national security concerns?
Well,
can you say?
The part, I can talk about some things here.
Okay.
So the biggest, scariest part right now for us is on the troubles. If we have troubles with our networks on the economic side. Right, the concept of economy as a weapon has always been something since ancient times. Right, you shut down the economy, you have a problem. Now, if we lose our navigation, we lose our energy grid is absolutely reliant on timescales. So is manufacturing, our financial networks. If we lose those networks, within 2 minutes, a third of our economy stops. Right. And then everything else slows down after that. Even precision agriculture. John Deere needs precision timing PhDs to keep their precision agriculture going. There's almost nothing that doesn't rely on outside of handmade candles, right?
Oh
and even then, their logistics networks require that. You're not going to get anything from Amazon without these things.
Wow. Johnny and I said that at the same time.
It gets heavy really fast, and that's why I dove into this 9 years ago to try to be a big part of this and build together this group of people. And now we've built up at UA to about 14 faculty, over 8 disciplines, and we have an advisory board of 20 different industry companies and government networks, because this is an absolutely critical thing that if we're not bringing these people out very quickly, we have a problem. There's never enough. We're filling a bucket that's emptying faster than one university can put it together. Part of the traineeship program is hoping that other schools will take this up and start building programs on their campuses, so we can go from making 12 master's degrees and PhDs a year and 20 undergrads a year to 10 times
There
that.
you go. So the University of Alabama could be act as influencers in this field. I hope.
I would hope so too.
Nationally, anyway. But you're talking about national security issues, and we've talked just a little bit about. Okay, Dr. Hauser, I'm trying to process this. Okay, so our entire economy. Just help me out a little bit. Our entire economy depends on precision timing. Please explain a little bit more. I mean, so I'd like to know, for example, what's the one industry people will be most shocked to learn is kind of
I think most people would be surprised how much precision agriculture, mass scale agriculture.
Why? Why?
Well, because so much of it is run by drones now.
Wait,
Land-based drones, air-based drones watering our fields.
No.
Yeah.
Drones are doing that?
Yeah, over massive amounts of acre space.
And that's dependent on timing somehow?
Yes,
No.
because time is space. Because that 1 nanosecond, right? You need to know exactly where those drones are. They run into each other, run over cliffs.
Like FAA regulation type stuff or no?
Well,
am I wrong? No.
Well, FAA regulations are a whole other can of
That's
worms, and
different.
I am not
You're
the
not
right
talking
person
about
to
that.
speak
Okay.
to. One of our members, Jordan Larson, would absolutely be able to tell you everything about that
Okay.
in aerospace, and you should have him on the show at some point.
Okay.
Because he puts drones over snowpacks and runs competitions, all sorts of amazing things. You should speak with him at some point. But yeah, I digress.
Yeah, when you start by economy, you get my attention real quick.
Yes.
Let's take agriculture. I would think even the timing of when water is put on the plants, that's time.
Which happens automatically, I
it-
guess? Or?
Well, the programming on that is
Program.
So-
Okay. Better way to
So
say
the
yeah.
timing is so important for all pieces of the puzzle. I mean, everything.
Well, absolutely. I mean,
Okay.
just knowing that you're not going to have your $200,000 automated tractor, and when I say $200,000, I may be off by a factor of 10, not have that go off into a ditch
That's right.
and break. I mean, there's massive financial impact to
Sure.
every one of these decisions. Where you are, it's not just your phone, right? It's everything.
Yeah. Just one quick question, and the implications for private sector economic development.
Mhm.
I mean, we've got a university, R1, major research university, studying these critical and essential issues.
Right.
What are the implications for future private development? I'm a developer. From an economic point of view, it seems to me Tuscaloosa could be in a good position to create new economic opportunities.
I love that
And
question.
Microchip is a flagship example of that.
Absolutely.
They just moved. They were right next to the Nucor plant.
Yes.
And
I know where they were.
in a
Yes.
4,500 square foot facility. They just
But nobody knew what was in there.
nobody knew it was in there. And that was on purpose.
I can believe that.
Because they've more than doubled their ability to produce these hydrogen masers about the size of a mini fridge, about $500,000.
Hydrogen what? What'd you say?
Hydrogen masers instead of
Masers?
cesium. Yes, not laser, but maser.
Maser. What is what is that?
Yeah,
Well, how much
was
time do you got? It's a microwave, emission source,
Okay.
similar to what the cesium does. You're working off hyperfine transitions to get one part. Things in the billions of oscillations per second with line widths that are extremely small. Because what you've done is you've created a vapor. The hydrogen's already a vapor. Cesium becomes a vapor
Okay.
at low enough temperature that when you get these atoms floating around in space freely, they don't have any connections, no interactions with anything else, and that lowers their line width to the point where you have billions of hertz of oscillation, but only 1 hertz of line width, which means it's extremely stable.
I understand oscillation.
Yeah, and if you have a very stable source and a very precise source, you can make these nice metrics of time.
I've actually got my dad's oscillation piece of equipment that's probably 80 years old.
Oh,
Quartz
that's
oscillator
better.
or
It's just a little box. He used it in radio.
Yep.
And used it in a lot of repair of radio and television. I still got it. But anyway, before we go to break and we're getting ready to do that, think about this. Sounds like to me we need a research park to start cultivating all of these.
Amen to that. Amen to that, Johnny Rocket. Okay, guys, we're going to talk more about that when we come back. Because you know what? This conversation is right on time, literally. We'll take a quick break and be back with more mind-blowing science you can actually relate to. You've been listening to The Noon Show on FM 100.1. Don't go away. We will be right back.
See now you're going to get me in trouble with the research part of this. Several different administrators have fallen on that knife at the university.
Really?
That's a tough situation because putting private industry on campus is not something.
No, you
Oh,
can't do
that's
that.
not. Yeah, no,
But
they can't.
microchips out at the airport now.
Yes.
I guess.
Shiny
Yeah.
new.
Yeah.
Wait, tell me. What is
Justice
that
Smith
microchip?
keeps me informed on
What is that?
Yeah. Justice has
Micro?
told me
You
about
say
it.
Microchip technology. They're a
Yeah.
Fortune 500 company, and they've doubled their square footage investment
Yes.
out at the airport.
Airport
So they're at the
Industrial
airport
Park.
now. Yeah.
I know it's there.
Well, like you, I went to UAH. We had research park was separate,
Yeah.
but then I could do like a student job out there, kind of thing.
Yeah,
so
research parks are always, I keep thinking of one that's attached actually physically to a university, but they're in the same vicinity. And the time now is for a research park. And I think the stars are lining up to do it.
It would be nice.
Did
It
you
would be
know
nice.
that
It's
The
just a question
president,
of
the
where.
president of the university actually is on board with that. And he's the key person right now.
At one point, they came about this close to getting it out of
that.
the golf course, right? There's been discussion there. The question is interacting with developers.
You know
in the
where that
city, and
started?
It turns into a mess. I do not.
I was
Can I
looking
talk
at that.
about?
I was
Denny
looking at that
Chimes,
site
though, when we
25
come back?
years ago,
Okay.
and we had it.
Yeah, Russell tried to.
And we just couldn't do anything. Again, alignment, connections were not in place, and the timing was
Just the
wrong.
timing wasn't
But
quite.
we actually looked at that for over 25 years ago. It was a chamber initiative. We were trying to-
Everything happens here over the course of years. It takes
It does.
time to get
It's
I'm
out.
excited. I'm excited
It's
about
timing.
slightly kind of related the federal investment in the airport. the new airport
Well, that
terminal
terminal,
or
hopefully,
renovation, whatever they're doing.
well, hopefully that'll simulate so important to a lot of things.
Oh, if we could have flights out here, it'd be such a big deal.
We need that.
That
would-
we can't have a lot of workshops here until we have something close.
It's not gonna,
It's a hard pitch to get.
not gonna hurt
Cabot
for,
Drive.
exactly.
We can't be a convention center until we have it.
That's it.
I mean, it affects a lot of different things.
Did you know he was the president and CEO of the Chamber of Commerce for 20 years?
Oh, you were?
So I bring the STEM people in, and it's sort of his first, and I watch him circle those wagons around to economic development every time. It's the size of a whole. I love it. But I would like to talk about. He can't hear me. Then he chimes. He can't hear me because I think it's a point of pride here locally. You know, obviously.
731 or message us now on the Catfish Tuscaloosa app. Here's Lisa and John.
Welcome back to the Noon Show right here on FM 100.
Yeah, welcome back, guys.
And you're just in time for a great
Heck
conversation
yeah,
with
just in
Dr. Adam
time.
Hauser. And this is absolutely fascinating. As it all telling the stories inside the University of Alabama, what a phenomenal asset they are and what great work is going on. So we're going to get back to Adam in just a second. But before we do that, let me thank one of our wonderful one of us put a smile on somebody else's face.
Oh yeah.
That's our good friends down at Hudson Pool.
Oh,
Yours,
that's right.
1111 Greensboro Avenue, right downtown and beautiful downtown T-Town. And they are waiting there with a friendly smile and a handshake and the ability to help each one of us find the perfect gift for whatever occasion that we're trying to find something for. And hey, guys, Valentine's Day is Saturday. Don't wait till the last minute. Go down to Hudson Pool today and let them find that perfect gift for your favorite lady. I mean, don't mess up, guys. And hey, gals, you know, you could do the same thing too. You might want to find something for that guy in your life. And the Hudson Pool is the best place to go to do it. Now, if you're out of town, well, guess what? You can go to hudsonpool.com and they can do the same thing for you. Pretty cool. And they wrap it perfectly. That beautiful Hudson Pool gift wrapping is always it just stands out. And so go see our friends at Hudson Pool. Tell them Lisa and Johnny sent you. And happy Valentine's from all our friends at Hudson Pool and from us here at the Noon Show.
Definitely. The University of Alabama now runs on an atomic time scale. Okay, how wild is it to say that Denny Chimes may be the most, is it a maybe or is it for sure the most accurate clock tower in the country?
But I think we have to, tower compared to our atomic time base, our unsucked, and once we get it over there, it's within 100 nanoseconds.
Our product, our Denny Chimes, is the standard to be measured against.
Yeah, they come out.
Bring it. Bring it.
I would love to see everyone doing this. In fact, Jonathan, we just talked about that. He said